Welcome back to the Cozy Room. My friends, there are only 2 chapters left in this book. You have made it this far, and I know why you made it this far, because we need to know what's going to happen to Duncan and what actually did happen to Peter. Last thing we heard from Peter was, oh no! Oh no? What oh no? Okay, we're going to know in chapter 20. Hearts and minds. I closed my eyes and concentrated with all my might. Peter! I thought desperately, casting my thoughts into space. Peter, where are you? No answer. He was gone. Susan grabbed my arm. What is it? She whispered. What's going on? I don't know. Peter was there, then suddenly got cut off. I'm afraid someone found him transmitting to us. He said there was something big going on, something he wanted me to warn the government about. What? I don't know. He never got a chance to tell me. Susan looked pale. Do you think they're getting ready to invade? She said. Her voice was low and hoarse with terror. They've been considering it, I said. But whatever it is, we've got to get out of here. We're not going to take a message to anyone if Creeblam catches us. You're right, she said. Let's go. Grabbing my hand, she headed for the attic stairs. I blinked. Susan Simmons had my hand. My heart did a little flip. Oh, wait, what? Is in the middle of all this crisis, is he having a little crush moment? Okay then, here we go. Well, that was interesting information. It turns out a mighty brain is no protection against emotions. Oh, see? Down, boy, I thought to my heart. Right now, we've got to get out of here. I followed Susan to the stairwell. Is it day or night? I whispered. Night, she said. Miss Carp was chaperoning a dance. I was supposed to go, but I figured this was the only time I would be able to get in here. I decided not to ask her who she was supposed to have been going with. Instead, I said, how did you know where I was? She shrugged. Detective work. I knew you were feeling bad. We weren't treating you very well, for one thing. I also knew Miss Carper was the one you were most likely to go to for a little sympathy, since you seemed to get along with her pretty well. I started to keep an eye on her. The more I watched, the more suspicious she seemed. Finally, I decided it was time to come looking for you. Thanks, I said. Then, feeling daring, I gave her hand a little squeeze. Don't mention it, she whispered. In fact, don't mention anything until we get out of here. I nodded. We needed to stay alert if we were going to survive this. We moved down the stairs on tiptoe. Only one board creaked, but when it did, I felt my stomach lurch with fear. We paused. No sound below us. When we came down into the second floor hallway, I began to relax a little. We had both been worried that Creeblam might have come back into the house while we were in the attic, but everything was dark downstairs. Unless she could see in the dark, which was a possibility, I guess. She hadn't come back yet. We moved quickly and quietly down to the first floor. As Susan began to head for the door, I got an idea. Wait, I whispered. What's wrong? Listen, we need some proof that there's another alien here if we're going to get anyone to listen to us, right? You're not kidding. I tried to talk about it to a few people, and they just wouldn't hear me. Their attitude was, that's over, and we never want to have to think about it again. I can't believe people can be so stupid. I can, I said. But I think I know where to find something that will make them believe us. Are you sure? Asked Susan. These guys are pretty careful. I couldn't find anything in Broxholm's house to use as evidence. Broxholm didn't have a pet, I said. Come on. I had never had a chance to look around Creeblam's house, so I didn't know where the kitchen was. But it didn't take long to find it. If only she hadn't taken Poot to school with her that day. I tiptoed across the room to the refrigerator. The little light inside seemed like a beacon in the dark room. I stared inside. There it was. What's that? Asked Susan when I pulled out the Tupperware container. If we're lucky, it's a Poot. I put the container on the counter and pulled off the lid to check what was inside. After all, there was no sense in escaping with some leftover Brussels sprouts. Poot! Said the glowing blob of stuff inside. It sounded happy. Jackpot! I whispered. Susan drew back in fear. What is that? She asked. It's a Poot, I said, putting down my hand so that the slug could crawl up onto it. That's right, said a voice from the other side of the room. It's a poot, and it belongs to me. The kitchen light came on. I spun around in horror. Standing in the doorway, looking cute but very cranky, was Betty Lou Carpoo. Let us go, or the poot is toast, I screamed. What? Asked the slug, sounding frightened.